All right, salud, benito, y amor.
Yes.
Health, wealth, and love.
I like that. Oh, y'all tapped the table. Wait.
I know. Let me get that.
Yeah. Oh, we're doing that.
Oh, that's good. That's
This
smooth.
is different.
Yeah.
It's still a shot.
That's good.
I'm glad y'all like it.
Yeah.
Appreciate
Yeah.
it.
I see why Black Cowboy just took it.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and intro us in.
Okay.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Barbell Speaks.
Yes.
Today we have with us Dr. Tony Reese, and we have Sammy, as better known as the Black Cowboy, right? And we have a special show for you guys. We are bringing Vibe Black Vodka to the studios, which we just took a shot, and it's really good.
Yeah.
And we'll get more into that.
Very good.
But I'm going to let you go ahead and do your spiel, Barbell.
Thank you. As always, we have the engineer of the last 2 decades, internationally known Kurt, is in the building, as always.
Bum, 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 bum.
What's up,
Do
Kurt?
it. So we always try to get Kurt to turn that mic on so he can jump in and say some things every now. One day we're going to get the camera on him.
Yeah. We want to. He really do though. He be sometimes he start taking notes back there and everything.
And it gets to going.
Yeah.
So you want to jump in?
Yes.
Okay.
So Dr. Tony Reese,
Yes.
I want to start off with talking about your journey in creating Vibe Black Vodka. What made you start to processing? I want to do vodka. Tell us that story of how that. This is Benita, everybody.
Yeah.
Yes. One more
She-
time.
Mixologist.
Yes, the mixologist
Yeah.
of the decade. Bum, 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 bum.
Other people.
There you
I
go.
just met her, but
Yeah,
she's
but
awesome.
so talented.
Yeah.
Yeah. In there, we got her working today.
Oh my
But she's
gosh,
killing
Benita.
it. Look at that. Looks amazing.
All right, what is this?
That's a watermelon cooler.
Okay.
Watermelon cooler.
So basically, mint, lemon juice, simple syrup,
Mm-hmm.
watermelon, pure fresh watermelon. Take watermelon, blend it up, then strain it. Get the watermelon juice.
Okay.
Ah.
With black vodka, and if you stir it around, you'll have a good drink.
Okay, so
Okay.
watermelon cooler.
I
Okay.
like that.
Okay. And she'll join us in a minute. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So Tony, you can go ahead and take it away and let us know how you came up with Vibe Black Vodka.
Well, I spent a lot of time in the bar.
Mhm.
So we both went to Appalachian State and spent a lot of
Okay.
time in the bar. And just going out, and I just got inspired, I suppose, to actually want to do something of my own. And when I started to do something of my own, I just tried to figure it out. And I stumbled a few times just trying to figure out what I wanted to do. And like I was speaking on earlier, I prefer to do a whiskey or a brown or something like that. And that's just that for me,
I'm with you. Yeah.
in my opinion, it's a difficult market to just kind of enter into. We are very particular about it. And I chose vodka because I consider it a staple liquor. You know, it's something that you can mix with anything, that you can kind of pair with anything. You can mix it with water or seltzer or juice or anything like that. Or, as I've seen, other liquors. So it did just work. So I thought that was the easiest way for me to do it. I try to, it's an old Tupac lyric. It's like, my every move is a calculated step.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I try to, be methodical about everything I do. I think you should move with purpose, no matter what you do.
Yeah.
And so everything. And just growing up in one of the rec centers down in Monroe and in Winchester, I remember playing pool with a guy, and he just said, "You're not playing for this shot. You're playing for the next shot." And just kind of always stuck with me. No matter what I did, I was just trying to think ahead of what I wanted to do. So when I did this, I started doing the research about, okay, what is vodka? How is it made?
Right.
And I'm looking at the whiskeys, age 8 years, 9 years, 15 years. I don't have that kind of time.
Exactly.
You know,
We even step into into that market.
And this is one of the spirits that you don't have to age.
Okay.
So that was another thing that made me go in that direction. And just trying to find a way to enter the market. And, as we were discussing, everybody has a liquor now, Michael Jordan, Kevin Hart, Rock, the guy on the corner over there, everybody's got one, me. And so it just ended up being that way. And I said, all right, so let me see what I can do as far as that's concerned. And I just wanted to try to one of my things I do is I have another business, is graphic design and marketing and web design.
Okay.
And I've done this for other companies, big companies and other people. I used to work for Arista Records and Epic and all those guys. And it's a whole another story, but just marketing products or marketing a brand, developing a brand, marketing a brand, rolling it out. And what's the best strategy to do it? So I figured I'd do it for myself this time.
Okay, that's all I was going to ask you real quick. So you did all the marketing and branding for yours. Okay.
Yeah.
I designed the logo, the website, the labels, everything. And it was just important. I mean, so you have to think about it from every aspect of it. And when you do, even the name. So, when you're in a bar, the acoustics and, a mixologist can tell you better, you got a bunch of people in front of you and they're screaming this and screaming that. So I needed something to sound different, and I needed something that just one syllable, like you name a dog, should be no more than 2 syllables. They don't understand. They just hear the sound,
right?
So it's just like, I wanted to be, vibing soda, vibing this, vibing that. And that was just that long I sound was something that I haven't heard.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I might hear Tito's or I might hear Jack or something like that, but I haven't heard that long I sound. So that was one of the things. I talked about the phonetics, the double V's, the vibe black vodka. Even if it was black vibe vodka, it was still the double V's. So it's a psychological thing. It's like it helps people resonate. It resonates with people and they start to subconsciously, they remember it.
Right.
Because it's catchy.
So I kind of stuck with that. And that was the other thing. Vibe is one of those words, just like the word cool. It has longevity. It's never going anywhere. It's been here for a long time. It's not going anywhere. Just because there's some songs out about it now and it's popular now, it'll still be here next year. And that's going to be one of the reasons it's still here. So, and I think, and it's just that it played on the word too. You're drinking vibe to create a vibe. So, and that's kind of why I went in that direction. And the whole black thing was, I can't think of the term they used, but it was a hunt for a name to be black, for like a synonym for black and all these things. And when I finally tracked it down, I saw someone had did in Germany had done something with a tequila or a vodka for an event, made it black. So in my research, I found a distiller and who was outstanding. And he was saying, "What flavor you want? Flavor? I want a flavor." He immediately thought I wanted a flavor. Yeah. And I said, "I don't want a flavor." I said, "I want, just something for a vodka lover." And I said, "Can you make a color?"
Yeah.
He said, "I think I can." So we went back and forth, sent me samples. And I said, "Can we get it darker?" And when we got it as dark as we could to try to make it work, and, health wise, you have to get your labels approved. You got your formula approved by the federal government and all that stuff. And we got it dark and we got what I wanted and we got the taste down, as you can see. And it's kind of a bridge version of where we are right now.
It looks amazing. So I know for me, when I heard the name Black Vodka, I thought it was the name. I didn't realize the vodka was actually black.
I get that a lot.
Yeah.
So when we were just pouring it just for everyone, I was like, oh shit. Like,
it's really black.
So
she didn't either. So
she was like, "Oh, it's black."
Right.
That's exactly
it does.
But
and that alone to me is the eye catcher. I think even if I didn't even know the name and I saw someone else getting it, and I'll be like, "Oh, what is that?"
Yeah.
Like, black vibe black block. And I'm like, "What?" And I'm like, let me check that out. So, and then the taste is really smooth.
Very smooth. How long was the process, the whole process, before you got the bottle in your hand?
About 5 months.
Wow.
Really?
Maybe I don't stop. I don't stop. I'm relentless.
I like that. It reminds me of what we were talking about to keep going. It's a song. What is it? No, ain't no half stepping.
That's right.
Half stepping.
Yeah, we some old heads.
That's right. But you get out of stuff what you put into it. And it's just like I say I can't. What's the motivation speaker? Les Brown.
Brown.
Yeah, he says in order to do something that hasn't been done, you have to become someone different in order, and I just really, I know it's places I was supposed to be, things I was supposed to do, events I was supposed to attend, but I had to kind of let that go, in order to grab something new, you do have to let go of something else and, free that hand.
Yeah.
And so that's what I started.
We talk about it all the time.
Yeah. This is the entrepreneur over here. And I do more project management. I'm always talking to her. She's sometimes juggling too much. And I'm like, your focus, you're spreading that thin. And what is it that you're really looking to do? Where is that passion at? And what's pushing you? Where's that drive? So even with, you putting together the vodka, what was the inspiration as far as I know you were saying in the, the bars, you and Black Cowboy both went to Appalachian. But then that final...
you did too?
She did too, yeah.
Is that where everyone
all
met?
three of you guys?
Same hometown. Same.
Everyone's
from high school.
Yeah.
No, we went to elementary, middle, high
Yeah.
school.
Yes.
Now they're older than me.
Yeah. Let that be known.
Yeah.
Let that be known.
Well, we've been together forever.
I love
That is
it. We're
amazing.
going to get more into that story.
From Philadelphia.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
so long time ago.
Oh, boy.
I moved here from Philadelphia, and I remember having to move in with my great aunt. Nice to see her across the street. She's
Yeah.
little young girl. We used to ride the same bus. Because we're in the South. It's like, everybody rides the same bus. There's no whatever.
Yeah.
So, and we moved back and forth to Philadelphia and ended up staying here. And we all went to college together. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have went to college. I wouldn't have. When I came from Philadelphia, it was it was one of those things. Oh, he knows. He knows. So I didn't. I'm from the city, so it was like you learn a trade. Get in a union, you learn a trade, something like that. So when I came here, I never thought that anything about college. I just remember my aunt just saying, "You're taking the SAT." And then you're taking it again. You did terribly. Right. You're doing this, and are you going in? So ended up, he was just one of those people as you see now. Just I'll do this. I did no fear, just like no fear. And so I said, I can do that.
That's obvious.
Yeah, I can do that. And it just took me a while to get in that. But I went to college, followed him and some other guys that, from the town, and we went to college together. And I left and went to the military and came back and said, school's not for me. Went to the military. That's not for me. Came back. Let's try school.
Which
again.
branch?
Marine Corps.
Okay.
Now tell them why you went to the Marine Corps.
Because we just didn't really have anything.
Yeah.
We used to, I mean, how you open the refrigerator and nothing's there, and you close it, and you think something's gonna be there. When
I know. You're like, okay, I got
tomato
powers.
up here. And it was like flat on one side, and I don't know why two men have a tomato in their refrigerator anyway.
Right.
But we sit and slice tomatoes, and we had some mayonnaise, or go to the store and steal some mayonnaise packets, and sit out there and salt and pepper. Yeah. Oh, no bread.
2 hot dogs on one bun.
That's how you do
you
it.
just hide it with the chili.
Yeah. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. Look, I love that.
So we needed, we needed money. I mean, my family was okay. They were. Yeah. My two aunts didn't have any children. They were my great aunts, so they didn't have any children.
Oh, wow.
So we moved here, my mom and my brother. Mm-hmm. They took care of us and made sure we had what we needed, so. And that was the way I was able to go to college and everything in the first place. So, and who knew for somebody who wasn't going to go to college, I ended up with a terminal degree. Yeah. So and I ended up teaching at UNC Pembroke and Central Piedmont and Art Institute of Charlotte for 18 years. Okay. And I've for the past at least 15 years, I've worked 2 full-time jobs.
You left out Liberty, I'm sorry.
And I taught at Liberty University too, which is a different place.
That journey though, see, and I love that because as you was talking about, as you was first going through life, that wasn't nothing that was on your radar as far as this is what I'm gonna do. Right. But then things happen and you start making a move. But just to go back, so when you were initially looking at starting your vodka, what was it as far as when you were like, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to make this vodka. And you didn't say, it's just an idea, but you was like, I'm going to follow through with this.
It was just, to be honest with you, it was one of those things I had given up and given up. And so the young lady I'm seeing now, she was like, try it one more time. And she just sent me the information. And when she did, she said, look at this link. And I watched this one and I watched that one. Yeah. And you look at things that kind of overlap. So if you tell me something and she's telling me something and he's telling me something, but somewhere in there, somebody's saying the same thing. So those are the things I think I can take away. Okay. So after I found that information, I researched and did a little more. And I finally just started coming up with a plan and seeing what they did. Looking at YouTube videos and looking at things where people were talking about the process and not talking about their product. They saw that opportunity. And they just took it as, I'm talking about my product. I'm talking about blah, blah, blah. No. Well, like you said, what's the process? What did you do? How did you do it? So that was one of the things I did. And I said, let me try it. And I just, it got to a point, I'm the same way as he is, and probably she is. It's just like, no fear. It's just like, if I try something right now, it's just, if I fail, it'll be in the same place. Yeah. What did they say? Fear is false evidence appearing real.
Right.
Yes.
You know, so it's just, and I just like, no fear. I was like, well, what's the worst can happen? You know, I had already lost, at one point in my life, I had kind of lost everything anyway.
Okay.
And I didn't know what I was going to do or where I was going. I was just going to do it. And when I saw you again, Les Brown, it was like one of those things. It's like you reflect on something and how you interpret it or you reinterpret it, you know, later on, it's like, okay, this was devastating. Yeah. And it's either I sit here and just be sad and just say, this is it, or I keep on moving, because all of us at some point hopefully has sat down and said, is this really it? Yeah. Is this it?
Very true.
Absolutely.
And my daughter just graduated with a master's, and
congratulations!
Thank you very much. Yeah. And she got home, she had an apartment, she had a little stuff. Yeah. And she called me. She said, "Is this it?" I said, "What do you mean?" She said, "Is this it?" She said, "You just go to work and then you come home and you pay your bills and you just watch TV. And this is it." And I said, "It doesn't have to be." No, I said, "It doesn't have to be." Yeah. I said, "You're in control of this. Like, you dictate how you'll be treated."
Oh, I love it.
Yeah. And that's the thing. It's like, if I buy myself nice clothes and I drive a nice car and I eat at nice places, I'm treating myself a certain way. So by the time Benita comes and she says, "Oh, it's your birthday," she knows not to come give me some garbage, you know, because I've already set the tone.
Exactly.
Right.
You know, I dictate how I'll be treated. So, you know, and she'll act accordingly, or whoever will act accordingly. So it's just one of those things, and you just have to, you're in control. You know, you are in control. And that's one of the things I just had to see. I couldn't let a situation, when things go bad, you go with them. Nah, I wasn't doing that. Let them go on their own way. I try this again. I'll just keep trying and keep trying and keep trying. So when I started this, I wasn't scared. I was like, I'm just going to do this, and I'll use my 401k. I'll use this. I've slept in the car before. I've been homeless before. It doesn't matter. I can do that again. You know, it didn't kill me.
Drive.
So I'm going to keep doing this. I'm going to keep pushing. And I just wasn't taking no this particular time. I said, I can do this. And I can find a way around this. I can navigate through this. And I just kept on and kept on and kept on. And I've been thoroughly blessed to have good people.
Right. That's what I was going to ask. It's like, where do you guys, where do you guys come in? I know it's been.
They didn't. No, I didn't have to say anything. I didn't. I don't mean to cut you off, but I didn't have to say anything. I didn't say, "Can you help me do this?" They just called me and said, "What do you need?" You know, that's it.
Okay. We're making drinks. So you need what? Okay, let's get it.
Yeah. What do you need?
No.
So your journeys, though. Okay. Because you're
let me start my journey. So we're from the same hometown. So again, like I said,
make sure we get you there.
They're a little bit older than me.
Okay.
So
let's make that known more than once. It's okay. Because you look good.
In a good way. Though. So we actually had a conversation about this not too long ago when I ended up in college at Appalachian. You
didn't follow me.
I did not follow him. I went to Appalachian to run cross country. I did that in high school, and I went to App to go run.
So the plan was not for all of you to go to the same.
No.
Okay.
Our plan was.
I just went somewhere familiar.
I like the mountains, so I was like, "This is cool. Let me go. Let's see." And I had some scholarships in other places, but I will say we had heard about App. In the community.
Okay.
We knew they were up there, but it wasn't our main reason for going.
Here we go.
So they had a Black Awareness Weekend. That just did it. So we ended up with them, had a good time. It was a party. It was fun. Yeah. So ended up going to school there. But during that time, we actually had this conversation. We didn't really hang out together until a certain particular time because I was just coming in. Right. They were already there. We would see each other at parties and stuff. But I think it was maybe my junior year when we actually just started connecting more and doing more things. And then we get out of school. You start living life. Yeah. You meet up. You never lose touch. Yeah. I always knew I could call him whenever I needed him for anything. Yeah.
I like that.
Pick up the phone. I always had his phone number. That was never a
no matter what they were doing in college, it's like they had big brothers.
Yeah. That's actually like that because they had already left and we were still there. So we could always reach out to them. They come check on us and for homecomings and stuff like that. So again, living life. And then we just started hanging around each other because our jobs would,
crossover.
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to say. And then eventually it was just more of that. And so when he came with this, he just sent me a text one day saying, "I need some drinks." I said, "Okay." Yeah. So that's why I made that comment. I didn't know it was Black.
Yeah.
So I was making the drinks based off of just vodka.
Right.
And when I sent them to him, he put them on the website, and I was like, "Oh gosh, this is awesome!" And he said, "We're gonna do some videos." I was like, "Okay." I wasn't really wanting to be on them, and had fun after I loosened up a little bit. And then when I saw it was black, I was like, "Oh, I got to redo this.
Yeah.
I got to make my drinks."
That's just a whole nother
to the eyes. So I want you to know that you can make it at home. It's very easy.
Okay.
Look at it and say, "That's so different." And then it's just going to be second nature that you want to buy it. Because that's kind of what I want it to be. I want people to think it's on the shelf. I want to buy it. When it runs out, I'm going to get another bottle. I don't want to look at the other vodkas. I want this vodka. So they know it's just vodka, but it's black and it's awesome. Yeah. So the drinks, that's kind of how I came into play with that.
Well, how long you been a mixologist?
We all drink a lot. So
hey, nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with
that. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I got it. I like that even better.
He had his own restaurant slash bar.
So you self-taught?
Yeah. And I asked him about taking classes. He said, "Benita, you don't need to do that. I'll show you everything you need to know." I already knew what drinks I liked and what I liked. And I would read about certain things.
That's good. Yeah.
So I helped him. And then I'm pretty popular in Monroe. So his bar was kind of fading. So he brought me in, and I was bringing in the crowds and everything. And then it ended, he had some back stuff too. So it ended up that he had to close. But I kind of boosted up the income for
Okay.
While it could last.
I like to have a good drink. So I like to play with different ingredients and try to come up with something that's different.
Can you tell us the ingredients in here again?
Absolutely. So first I start off with mint, and then lemon juice and simple syrup. And simple syrup is basically 1 part sugar, 1 part water. You can make it yourself, or you can buy it in the store. If you make it yourself, it'll last about a week in the refrigerator in a glass container. And of course, if you buy it from the store, it lasts for quite a bit longer. So you go ahead and put that in the glass and muddle it a little bit. And then you go ahead and add your ice. I had a round ice cube for you all, and then we just did crush there. Just look prettier.
Yeah. Thank you.
And then the watermelon juice is basically a watermelon cut up, about 2 cups, and a little bit of water. You blend it, and then you have to strain it because there is a pulp. So if you want the fresh juice, you just need to strain it. Once you have the juice, you pour it on top, and then I topped it with the vodka. The black vodka. And then, of course, garnish of a little watermelon.
Yeah.
It is really good.
Very nice.
It's good.
Very nice.
And now we're going to throw that ball over to the black cowboy over here and tell us your part in Vibe Black.
You come into play.
Yeah.
We don't have enough time.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, we do.
We can start off.
We'll cut you off if need be.
You and Tony met.
Okay.
So we met long time ago. Actually, his brother was my friend.
Okay. Is this an older brother, younger?
Yes.
Older.
And 11, 12, give us the tape. And we became friends. And
we used to ride around.
When he was in the 10th grade.
I had boxing gloves in my trunk.
Yeah.
Oh, and we used to ride around, and he used to have me fight people for money.
Because he was short. So they didn't see it coming.
Right.
So
is this a true story?
Yes. But hold on. We cut out a lot of violence, a lot of real fights.
Yeah.
Because if somebody had a fight with somebody, hold on, Tony, go get the gloves. He came out with the boxing gloves, and the people that was fussing, put them on.
I like that. I like that. Because you don't see that nowadays.
This was in the 80s.
Yeah. You don't see that nowadays.
Boxing gloves.
Yeah.
We go to the park. It was a fight.
Go get those gloves.
Yeah.
And see what happens.
I like that.
Yes. So
that reminds me of me. Yeah. That's how.
When I went to college.
Yeah. That's how my older brother did me. It was like, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, step outside. That's what my father used to say. Step outside. But when I went to college, I think he was in the 10th grade. If he didn't come up there every weekend, it was every other weekend. Yeah. So when he came to Outstate, people thought he was a senior. He was a freshman because he came up every weekend and he knew everybody. So we came from childhood to college, and then we lived together after college. And one thing I can say, we all three never been broke except for that one day in college.
Yeah. But who
he
is
went to the Marines?
Yeah.
We walking through campus, and he said, "I'm tired." He said, I'm going to fix this for us. I'll never
like
forget that. And he went to the Marines.
Yeah.
Wow.
I got to find that letter he sent me.
He sent you a letter.
He went to Paris out. He said, I'm going to fix this for us. We would never be broke again. And he wrote me a letter. I was like,
what have I done?
That's how it all started. And we've been together ever since. Like, we've never not needed or wanted for anything. And we always inspire each other.
I like that. You don't hear that a lot from childhood to adulthood.
Especially,
and you're still together as
just
friends.
as close.
Yeah.
Hold on. It's more of us.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
That went the same path.
Oh.
You just got these.
It's phenomenal. It's so weird.
So this is a village in Monroe.
Oh my God.
Okay.
That's
the village.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is.
And we all went down the same road.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
Into Appalachian State as well.
See, I like that.
Other colleges. I really think Sammy inspired a lot of people in Monroe.
My point.
Yeah. Sammy blazed that path.
He really did. Because when I look back and I think about people who did go, they actually were following him, which was a good thing to get there. What you did when you got there,
it's on them. Right.
But he inspired people to do it because a lot of people had not done it yet. Now we had a few, but they really weren't like in the community like that. Mm-hmm. So he really did inspire a lot of people to think outside the box, go ahead and try it.
Right.
If it doesn't work for you, at least you tried it.
At least you tried it.
See what else is out there, and you're going to meet some people.
Right.
And that was one thing that we've always been big about. We want to, it's bigger than where we were.
Right.
We want to see more people. We want to talk to different people. We want to see different cultures. We just want to enjoy life.
Right.
So that's why we are able to travel and have fun and get along like we do. And again, there's a lot more of us like this, which is so funny because we all just get along and we can always call each other whenever we need something. Well, not need something, just little funny text messages or memes and little things.
Yeah.
Just random stuff.
Yeah, you have a function in life, and that's to live, not to survive.
Right.
You know,
Look, we talk about that.
Yeah, people will sit around and not do anything and just say, okay. And if that's what you choose to do, that's fine. Whatever makes you happy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But you
no judging.
It's
your life to live.
Yeah, it's so much out here you could be doing, and it's just like when you just let it go, let go of your inhibitions, let go of everything, and just say, I'm just going to do this. And, you know, I was fortunate enough to have people inspire me.
Right.
You know, and a lot of people don't, but that doesn't mean they shouldn't try.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I do hope people see this and hear this and say, you know, this guy just came from nowhere. You know, something like that, and we're still on our path. You know, we're still on a journey. I put a plan into place.
Yeah,
and he's come to me. These people want to invest. These people want to invest. I'm fine. You know, I'm fine. I'll do this on my own. Like I said, I can mow the hell out of a lawn if I had to go wash some cars and mow some lawns.
So you don't want investors?
Not right now. I don't need them. You know, I don't need them, and it's just I'm surrounded by good people who are offering me stuff, and that's how I know it's right. Yeah. You know, that's how I know it's
and they'll be coming to you. You know, as it continues.
Thanks to you guys, and it's going to take off.
Yeah. And they already coming. Awesome.
You get the story first.
Yeah.
So, I know. Exclusive. Bravo Speaks right here.
Today, so I have a friend up in Mebane named Cal Jackson. And his uncle and some others played for NFL. So he said, I'm going to get them your number. They have their own stuff. So I got a call today from the owners of Plush Vodka.
Yes.
And these guys are amazing. These 3 black men are amazing. They call me, they say, we don't want to invest in your product. We want to invest in you. We like anything from you. We just want to help
all the time.
Yeah, so we just want to help you. You know, we do these events. If you want to come, you want to partner, whatever we can do. And we just had, and I was blown away, you know, and but it's been happening over and over and over again. It's just like people are calling. And so if an investor comes and says, we'll do this for you and we'll do this for you, I'm already doing that. I have a plan. And like he said, when you're focused, I see all the outside noise. I see it happening, but I'm right here looking at this. I'll address that later. That's what your perfect vision's for. I'll address that later. I need to focus my attention right here. And as soon as I accomplish this, we can talk.
We can talk.
We can talk. I can handle that right now. No. we're not doing
and I think too, just you made a statement earlier about, not just you being focused, but just hearing you talk, you have an understanding of who Tony is, and you're at peace, you're happy, you have support. And because we talk about a lot on the show and outside of the show is having that discovery of who you are. And once you get to that point of peace, you maneuver and navigate this world so differently. And like you said, things start coming into you and you're like, oh, you wasn't even looking at that, but it's coming to you because your energy, you're putting that out into the universe and it's coming to you.
I like to, in sports, they call it the zone.
Right.
It's like when you're in a certain alignment with peace and who you are within yourself, you're in the zone. And so it's just like you're attracting everything you need to get wherever you're trying to go.
You'll see it, you'll hear it. I don't care who you are.
See it and hear it.
All the answers to every question you have are in your face. It all the time. We're just not paying attention. We're just not paying attention.
Because we be talking about that. It's
all the time.
All the philosophical conversations we be having because it's so true. I don't want to get too far off of everyone telling the story. But when you get to that point, that peace and truly, as we call it, peeling back the layers and accepting who you are and understanding that who you are today, you didn't get there overnight. So to make changes, it's not going to happen overnight. So being committed to that, if you really want to, and it has to be you. So when I hear you talk about when you wasn't even looking at school, but then once that happened, it couldn't be nobody telling you to do it. You, Tony, had to say, this is what I want to do.
Right.
Dr. Tony had to say, this is what I want to do. And then the fact that then you go and then you become a doctor, like all of those things.
Right. You wasn't even looking at school. Right. Now you're Dr. Tony.
And then your daughter getting her master's. I can only imagine how that feels.
Yeah.
My boys are doing well. I have two boys also, and they're doing well. It's just that they know my kids. It's like I have friends, like my daughter was flying out of somewhere and I was in Raleigh. And I said, just catch a lift and I'll give it to you. But my friend's girlfriend sent her the money. Yeah. Now she kept my money too.
Of course.
But it was like, but it's that village mentality.
Village mentality.
My philosophy is if I'm here and I'm not worried about me and I got everybody in this room worried about me, she's here. She's not worried about herself and everyone else is taking care of her. And we just do that whole thing. It's like that you're not in need of anything because everybody else is looking out for you. And if you find that circle, if you find that group, I
call it a tribe.
That's it.
Yeah.
Tribe.
Which nobody knows. That was the original name for this.
Really?
It was.
Yeah.
How long did you ponder over between Tribe and Black Vodka?
I have a friend in Charlotte and Fred Sanders. We went to college together. And he said, you sure you want to call it Tribe? Why are you calling it Tribe? I said, because if I do anything, alter my mind, say, I want to be with my tribe. I want to be with people who are going to take care of me and look out for me.
No, that's right.
And so, but it's just...
and everybody is not there to take care of you.
No. And it wasn't speaking to me the way I wanted to speak to me. It's just... If it just wasn't speaking to me. And I just like, it needs to feel right. And I say, all right, I can see this now. And again, it's like, what did people say? If I can see it, I can believe it. No. If you believe it, you can see it.
You can see it.
You can
flip that around. Exactly.
Faith in it, I can see that. And it's just one of those things where I saw it, I believed in it, and I had nobody say, you sure? And if they did, they know me, and I get out of here, beat it. It's like, this is what it is. And who said? Steve Harvey said, it's not your dream. It's my dream to see.
Exactly.
You may not see it, but it's my dream. So, and it's like, but it was like, how long are you going to dream? I need to wake up and put the work in.
Put some action so that,
And so it's just, my distiller is amazing. He had a network with a distributor. Amazing. He had, the printers and all this stuff. And I said, I do my own labels. I do all this stuff. I've got it. I do my marketing. I know what it is. And so even when he came with the investors, I said, I've got a plan. Let me finish my plan, execute my plan, and then we'll go ahead and move forward. I said, I'm capable of doing this. I have the right group of people around me to do this. I'm not at that point yet. That was an obstacle. It was the devil or whoever saying, oh, look over here. That's a magic trick. Look. He did me like that. Saying Friday got my daddy like that. You really want a Cadillac. No. So I said, look over here. Nope. So I just want to stay focused and I just kept on. I said it, and I cannot express to you how important it is where even being here, Just even being here is because it just kind of happened.
Yeah.
We knew someone in common. It happened. It's just, the paths start to cross, and don't fight it.
Yeah.
Don't fight it. So I think that you fight as hard as you can, knowing that you want more, and figure out a plan and work that plan. Yeah. Find people who know more than you about what you're trying to do.
Very true.
Help them educate you on something, and go ahead. Don't be afraid to fall. You're going to fall. You're going to stumble. And
that's a part of the process.
Yeah. But fall on your back. At least you can look up. If you look up, you can get up.
There's a quote, Michael Jordan, where he says, I'm not afraid of Michael Jordan says, I'm not afraid of, and I'm paraphrasing, but he says, I'm not afraid of failing. I'm afraid of not trying. Right. And to me, that speaks so much to it. And then there was something you was talking about when, as far as all of the work you did with your company, and you do the marketing, the branding. And to me, that was like getting you prepared for this journey. And there's a quote by Abraham Lincoln where he says, I will prepare and one day my chance will come. And I always take that to mean that all of these things you're doing, you don't even realize it's preparation for something that's coming your way. And then when that opportunity or that journey you start to go down, you already have the tools for it. And so you're prepared. No, so
coincidence.
No.
Very much.
Or is it a coincidence? Means it coincide with each other. It's a perfect match.
I like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Stealing.
No, don't steal it. I mean, it's just a definition. I didn't make it up. It's the true definition of coincidence. But we just use it in the wrong context.
Okay.
Yeah. But I did want to, I have one more question for you, Cowboy. What made you want to go to college?
Yeah, especially the way you touch so many people.
Right, like what put you on that path to go into college?
I'm going to have to say the man above. Because I have no answer to that. Well, I do, but...
Tell the truth, Sammy.
Okay. Yeah. I do it in the hood.
Okay.
I wanted to... The book was so messed up, and I never talked about this because later on in life, I was going to tell the story.
Okay.
So I wanted to be a social worker, minored in sociology, because the book is wrong.
Okay.
To this day, it's wrong.
And when you say the book, you're saying?
Far as government, housing, food stamps, qualification.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
If you get a job, you just whole black thing. So that inspired me to go to college. When I was in high school, I started my own fraternity. And it was Education and Arrogance.
Education and Arrogance.
And when I got to college, this high school, I started my own little fraternity. When I got to college, I started another fraternity, non-Greek.
I like that.
I do too.
I like that.
I do too.
Yeah. The same concept, but it was Education and Arrogance. At the bottom of it.
The foundation of it.
Yes. So, trying to get out the hood, make a better living for my mother, my father, and my friends. And it just, I have you are the first person to ask me that, and it's touching because I never thought about it.
Right.
It just happened. So, it was the man above.
Okay. It was your path.
Yeah. Get out of here. And, everything happened like I didn't graduate because that's a whole nother story, but I didn't graduate because some of our friends made it famous and he started doing covers for people. And I followed Casey and JoJo for years. Did a little work with them. We got a boy named George that did a lot of things, and I ended up doing clothes for Nelly. I ended up doing shows with the Yin Yang
Twins.
Yeah, those guys. And we've just been all over the place, and it's just happened. But we was there, and we try stuff. And I was always the one
I like that.
To try it.
This guy,
Mm-hmm.
He just kept going on and on and on and on. Just going to school. And
I was always taught, why you doing nothing, do something.
So that's why.
Yeah, why you figuring out what you're doing? You can be doing something. You can be doing anything. Oh my God. So you spend so much time. If I'm watching Netflix or something like that, I spend so much time just trying to find something to watch.
Yep.
And the time I'm spending trying to find something to watch, I could be doing something else.
Do it.
So true.
Yeah. So I'm sitting there just like flipping through. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that. I want to see. I can put my time to something else. So it's from the moment I wake up. And it's the thing. It's what do they say in the first 20 minutes? What you hear dictates your day. So if you wake up, you already got bad breath.
Yeah,
that's already negative. And
Yeah,
then you think,
he said that's already negative.
Yeah. First thing you want to do is swallow. Don't do that. Go on, spit that, brush your teeth. Yeah. So it's that part of it. And then as soon as your thoughts are negative. Initially, I gotta go to work. I gotta do this. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. Put something funny on. Put something motivational on. Do something like that.
That's my first thing I do.
Because you control that.
Yeah,
like
that's right.
You control it.
Yeah.
You know?
You set the tone for your day.
I
and then once you do that, if you what is it? Change your outlook, change your outcome, and that's just like you. It's out here for everybody, and it's just like
that
it's just
mindset.
Like being aggressive and knowing that I deserve more. You know, I deserve more, and I'm tired of waiting. When I started my little graphic design, web design thing, I've been doing since '92.
Okay.
And when I started, I was trying to get a job at this agency and try to get a job at this agency, and I just could not get it. I get a little stuff. I said, you know what? I start my own team until my agency start taking stuff away from them. I said, okay. And then I started working with Tank Black and the sports agent, and working with Vince Carter and Barry Sanders and all these guys. I was a creative director doing all this different stuff. And it's like we were always on the cusp of something, just couldn't just fall over the edge. It's like, all right, I'm quit worrying about them. I tell you what, what I realized is I trained to run a marathon. I ended up running 3 of them, and I ran, and I remember being like mile 22 or something. Yeah, and I look over here and I see this old lady. And she was
she's still going.
She was going. I mean, it's much older lady. She was running. And I saw an old man go by. And clearly he had a stroke. Because the way he was kind of, his body was just, contorted. And he was running. And I started trying to run with them. No. Hey, who knows how many they run? I thought I was going to die out there.
Yeah, you're trying to run their race.
I'm running their race. When somebody called my name, I got to the finish line. They said, hey, Tony, you did it. They said, you didn't hear me call your name? I said, I thought that was Jesus.
You was going to die.
Yeah, I was going to die. It's like, but I was focusing on them, and I was trying to run that race. And I said, I need to, and I use that same analogy now. I need to focus on what I know and what I can do. I don't know everything. You're never too old to learn. You're never too young to teach.
Right.
I don't know everything. My aunt used to tell me, she said, a fool can tell you did wrong, and said a broken clock is right twice a day. I said, okay. So I now, even when I'm doing this, people come, oh, you should do this, and you should have done this, you should have done this. Yeah. I listen, because they may tell me something I didn't know, and I didn't realize, and I need to be open. I can't shut myself off. I didn't get here by shutting myself off.
So
you don't. I still keep those
we talk about that because people's view of you from the outside is different than the way you see yourself. So you learn how to filter through just the noise and the ones that are truly giving you some pointers that's going to improve.
Right.
Yes, I definitely,
And then like people have to realize it is a journey. You see people on Instagram or whatever, and they just like they're doing all this stuff. I was teaching in a class, and the guy was sitting back there, and he was taking his pictures. He was doing this over and over again. And I go back and said, what are you doing? He said, 221 pictures. And they all looked alike to me. He said, you got to get it just right. And he said, this is fish face, and this is something face, and this is something. I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. You do your work. It wouldn't hurt to see this face. And so we got that going. And it's like, but I was like, look at all the work he put in until he got the right picture and he posted it. You don't see the work that goes in. You see somebody holding a stack of money. You don't see the work that goes in to get that stack of money. You don't
get that right shot.
Right. You don't see all the words. I'm driving this car. What'd you do to get that car? How hard did you work? What did you do?
Exactly.
Did you work? It doesn't just happen.
Nope.
And that's what people they need to see that journey. I'm so glad you guys look at that and say, oh yeah, what is the journey? What did you go through? How did you get here? What advice would you give someone?
That's a question we will ask.
Because people always look at, as we were saying, so me and Tony was talking about it prior to the show, they see the end result. you know, and again, you know, he's still going, but they're looking at the current status and they're like, oh, wow, you know, you've done this, you've accomplished this, but they don't, because they were not there. Unlike, you know, your support system, but they're looking at where you are now and they just like, oh, and now they're trying to jump from A to Z.
Right. Without doing all the other things in between.
Not realizing that it's work.
It's work.
It's years.
We are still work. I'm still work every day.
I like
from 8 to 5 or 8 to 7. When I get done, I might do somebody's website. I'm doing this. I have 3 computers set up and I am working.
There you go.
I don't care. I'm working. I'll figure it out. But I want you make sure you take care of yourself. Do something for yourself. Get enough rest, whatever. Because when I wake up in the morning and I listen to something positive, I'm trying to be at the gym by 5:15.
Yeah.
When I get on that treadmill and run my first 2 miles, I'm listening to Zig Ziglar or Les Brown or something like that. When I get off that thing, Spanish lesson.
Okay.
Spanish.
So you learned the language?
That's what I taught myself. Yeah. You know, Spanish. When I get back on and get on that treadmill again, all right, let's do something. Let's do something else. What am I going to learn now? When I get home, then I can start working. Then it's their time. And I can give them some more time. I'm still working on my stuff over here on the side.
Okay,
I'll drink to that.
I'll drink to that.
See, y'all been doing that the whole time.
Yes.
Oh, we got my tap.
Yes, the tap.
What is the tap?
We used to do it military, like 1 tap at the beginning, 2 taps at the end. It just end up being something. That is delicious.
Oh, that is good.
What was that?
Black coffee.
Black coffee.
That is really
You don't even taste it. You don't even taste the liquor at all.
Oh my God, people.
All
See?
But as you know, it was a lot in there because it was black.
Yeah, I know. But that's
okay.
how you. Yeah.
Okay, that was good for me. I may not drink any more of all of this, but
yeah.
Okay.
It won't go the way. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
They'll take care of it.
So the camera, what? Is it a blind side?
That one. And then we have that one over here.
All right.
Yeah.
You sure you don't want that?
Definitely, I cannot. But I mean, I appreciate you sharing your journey and giving us that background of how you made this start. But for those that are trying to get in the business of creating their own liquor, how do they go about doing that?
Yeah, and even with that, and just to kind of add to that, not just how do they do it, but then some of the, because I'm sure you ran into some times where you're like, is this still what I want to do? Is this still where, you know, my focus should be at, or should I try something else? Because you ran into an obstacle. Regardless, the size of an obstacle is an obstacle. So just wondering with that too, that kind of kept that motivation and inspiration for you going.
Be committed. That says be committed. Don't start something you can't finish. How about that? So, and I'll say, years ago, I was dating somebody, and I saw somebody else. So that's a good looking woman right there. What was I gonna do? I can't finish that. I don't get it started. It's wrong in the first place. How am I gonna start something I can't finish?
Right.
So I can't do that. Let me go ahead and stay over here, you know, and do what I'm supposed to do.
I like that because that's so relatable.
I'm an educator, so I want to make sure I can relate to people. So you know,
educated. That makes so much sense.
And so I was going to start it, and I was going to finish it. At least say I tried. That's my thing. But a lot of people won't even aim. And the people who do aim, they aim low. And the problem with that is they hit the damn target. So aim high. Just like aim high. You can hit it. And just if you are going to fail. That's just life. You can fail. Just keep on. Just keep pushing. But if I ask her for $5 right now, she says no. Guess what? I'm the same as I was before I asked her. Didn't hurt me.
Exactly.
You know. But
exactly.
I can't even buy a gallon of gas. But you know what I mean? So and so for now, for anybody who's wanting to start, I would say figure out what you want to do first. What do you look around you? Quit. It's not about you. So and when you design something, if it's graphic design, web design, if it's fashion, it's not about you. It's about who am I speaking to? Okay. You know what I mean? So who is my target audience? Identify who your target audience is, no matter what. Right? This is my target audience. And once I know who my target audience is, then I know who I'm speaking to. Then I know I need to learn their language. You know what I mean? So I say, okay, I'm talking to this group of people. These are young Black females, ages 15 to 30.
Okay.
I don't speak their language. I got to find somebody who does speak their language. Then I can start talking to them. Then I can do effective communication or something like that. So identify who your target audience, what you want to do. It's not about you. If you want to, if I design this bottle and say, oh, it's just mine. And she said, well, Tony, I don't know. I like it. I'm not the one buying it. That's ridiculous. I'm not the one buying
so
it.
True. Yeah.
So I need to make it for the people who are buying it. So if I'm making it for people who like sweet drinks, then it shouldn't taste like moonshine. You know what I mean? So, and if I want to be this way or this way or this way, so it's just like so identify your target and who you're talking to, and then come up with a plan. Say, this is what I want to do. I want to make a tequila. What is going to be different about your tequila? And put people around you who are going to shoot it down. Now, not just people that's going to say yes all the time. That's not. People say yes. You need something. You need that one person over there. Well, it's nasty. You want to choke them.
But they're giving you something that maybe you didn't see or didn't think about.
Absolutely.
Right.
You want to look at it from a different way. You want to say, that person really cares about me. But you can tell who's somebody who's against you or somebody who's willing to jeopardize their friendship because they want you to be better. And that's the thing. So, and I say, identify what you want to do, identify your target audience, learn how to speak to your target audience, and then start to develop a product. Say, what's the name? What do I want to call it? What do I want to do? What's going to be different about mine
compared to everything else that's in your market?
It's so much out here. It's so much. It's so saturated. If I want to come up with shoes, it's like, oh man, we were talking about shoes earlier. I was talking about shoes with somebody earlier, and it's like, what? He and I were, and it's like, what is? I can't make a shoe. Yeah. I can't. Jordan's been out here forever. He still got that little man on there. Again, Kanye out here making
nowhere.
I know.
Kanye making they say it's comfortable. It's just like
they say it, but
if I saw that if I saw that shoe on the street, I said, oh, somebody's trash. And I just
thank you.
I don't. That's my opinion.
But it didn't stop him.
That's my point.
And that's the thing.
That's my point. That's the point I want to make. Just because I don't like it,
don't mean thousands and millions of other people.
So don't internalize what you're doing.
Yeah.
Put it out there for somebody else. Figure out what you want to do. Figure out who you're talking to, and figure out how you want to do it. And just know that you are not doing it for you. You're doing it for whoever your audience is. Yeah. So if I wanted. One of the projects I used to give my students at school, I said, we're going to design a product. It could be something, but it's not for you. I said, so I make the guys, you're going to design feminine product packaging. That's what it is. You don't know anything about it. So we're going to get you to design packaging for feminine products and make the women design something that's stereotypically for men, like a car, heart thing, something like that. Yeah. So you have that kind of different. There you go. You got to put yourself in their thing. And even when you argue with somebody, put yourself in their thing. We're all experiencing this right now.
Exactly.
When we walk away, your experience is going to be different from mine. And we'll recall it different ways.
I like it.
And that's what we have to do. And then once you realize what's going to make yours different, then say, okay, I need someone to make this. Who's going to make it? Okay. And how much are they going to make? Or how much can I make? Where am I going to sell it first? So how do I get started? Okay. I want to make this. And what are the steps, the legal steps? I have to get my label approved. It's one of the things you have to get your label approved by the federal government. You have to get a COLA. That's got to be approved. You got to get your formula approved. Wow. So you have steps. So my suggestion to be to somebody is like, these are the steps. Find out the steps. The internet is a terrible place, but it's got so much information. It's terrible.
It's terrible and positive
at the same time.
So
find out your steps, lay out your steps.
Yeah.
And that what Dr. King say? Don't look at the top of the staircase. You get overwhelmed. One step at a time.
Oh my God, that's what I do when I'm running.
Yeah, one step at a time.
It's like, don't look at the top. Yes.
Don't do that.
Don't look at the top.
No.
Just look at the step in front. Because anytime you look, it's like, oh my God.
It was, I think, a general. I can't think of his name, but he said everything starts with that first step.
Yeah.
And it does. And I think people get in their own way because they start listening to too much of the noise. And it was something you were saying, Tony, because I feel like a lot of people, and we've talked about this, I call it just creating sound. So people are talking about this and talking about that, but they don't put any action behind it. So it's just all of these words and it sounds amazing. Like, oh, that idea, but there is no action. There's no movement to it. Yeah. And it's like, oh, and then some of them are the same ones you find in 20 years go by and they're talking about that and they have all of these justifications to excuse them from why they didn't get there instead of saying, making the choice and understand. It's one thing I tell, I have a daughter and a son, and I talk to both of them about your life is for you to live. Every decision, I said, regardless of you coming to me and asking me for advice and I'm giving you my opinions and suggestions, understand I'm giving you a perspective of my experiences up to this point, even though I'm trying to be objective. But at the same time, if you choose to take on what I tell you, you can't come back to me and say it's because of you that this didn't happen, because you made the final decision. You chose, obviously in that moment, you thought it was the right thing to do. And you made a decision to go with that, accept that, and have that understanding and move on. There's another, Speaks to say, I just love quotes. I used to be a trainer and I used to always spit out quotes, but there's one by Einstein where he says, the power of genius, always paraphrasing, the power of genius is the ability to make the necessary mistakes to get the right answer. And the key word to me in that is necessary, meaning you're not just doing anything.
Right.
Like you're actually, as you were saying, like you looked at your market, you looked at who you need to target, you made all of these steps, you did all of the R&D, the research and development to determine where direction you need to go in, and then you move. Now, the outcome might not have been what you want, but then you learn, instead of going left, I should have went right. But you didn't know that until you went down that path, and you used that to now know to go right. And again, as you were saying, you wasn't afraid to fail, and then you had a really good support. So to me, sometimes that is missing for a lot of people. It's that support system.
You got to anchor yourself. You anchor. So when I say anchor yourself, I mean like you figure out the rules, you figure out the laws, you figure out your plans. So you got a thing in place. So the more you have it planned out and you know what you need to do, the less likelihood of you failing. Yeah. And there's nothing wrong with failing because it gives you the next step. But I mean,
exactly.
But you anchor yourself to a point where like it's gonna be kind of hard for me to mess this up. They just gave me the answers to the test. They just told me everything I needed to do. Why am I not doing this? It makes no sense. It's like I get here's the test here, and then I fail. What's wrong with me? Oh, I didn't think I should have to read that. I ain't want to do it that way. Well, it's
I tell her that all the time. Yeah. Not to cut you out, because I always talk about school, and I say to me, school was easy. It was easy for my kids too. And again, book knowledge and world knowledge are different. So let me say that. But I always thought school was easy because you're given all the answers with the book. The book prepares you for everything that's going to be asked. The question might throw you a little bit, but like you said, if you read through the material, so yeah,
you can only prepare so much, and there's going to be some curveballs. There's going to be a lot of things that just pop up. Just be ready. Don't get discouraged. You're going to get. I had my bottles printed, and my distributor said, "We got some orders, but we can't send them out because your printer didn't put the barcodes on the label."
Oh, wow. So we had to go back and do that.
So I said, "Oh, okay." And I called the printer.
Right there.
Yeah. See, they put them on there. I said, "What can I do?" They said, "I can get some labels and put them on." They said, "Yeah, I can do that." I called the place and called another place. They said, "We can do it."
Right. Okay. I see how it's stuck on there. Heck yeah. We're not about to do it up.
Stop no show.
Right.
So there you go.
And it works.
Curveball. Here we go. We got figured out.
I like that.
Marine Corps, you adapt and you overcome. Yeah. There's going to be an obstacle. You're going to face it. Just face it. The best advice I can give somebody is the best way through something is straight through it. You can't go around it. You can't avoid it. It's going to be there. It's going to come back and say, "Hey, I'm still here."
It's not going nowhere.
Right there. Yeah. So go straight through it. Just
love it.
And it was a Sergeant Major Marine Corps, I think in '98, and he did a speech. And one of the things he said, key things he said, "We refuse to be lulled into complacency." And that just stuck with me. Complacency leads to being comfortable, and comfortable leads to being lazy. And I said, you got to push that. So I'm not going to be complacent. As soon as you finish something, you got to ask yourself, what's next? Thank you.
Me too.
What's next? So now I know I got this done. I got it to market. I got some deals coming through. I got people reaching out to me. That's fine. The work's just now it's time to get to work. Now it's time to get to work. Now I'm work. I don't mind work. You can't threaten me with a good time.
Work is fun. Yeah. I like the work. Yeah. That's the part, the process is the part that you're in love with. And then the results is just temporarily. Oh, I got this, but it was
satisfaction.
I
did it. Yeah. Okay, next.
Yeah.
Exactly. So somebody took a picture of me and said, look what you did. You did it. You started, and that's big. You started your own thing. I took one drink and I said, all right. Let's get to it.
What's next? Yes,
you're not stopping. You still moving. Can we talk about? We briefly touched on it. I think it was Black Cowboy kind of talked about it. The event you all have going on and how that is kind of situated as far as bringing attention to Black Vibe Vodka and everything that you all are looking to do.
You talk about the one at Myrtle.
Oh, yes. So I'm the rep.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been doing this all my life, and I've made so many bars and people rich.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm doing it for my brother.
There you go.
It's totally different.
Mm-hmm.
But the the resort, Sand Oceans Club Resort. Thank y'all guys for being there.
Yes.
We've been there 30 years.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I've been asked the Black Cowboy. I've been shagging. Black shagging, which is a dance.
Okay. I was thinking something else.
No. That's why I cleared it up.
He cleared it.
I line dance and I dance.
Okay.
And that's what we've been doing without the vodka. So what we're giving back to them, we're going to let them do all of South Carolina. Mm-hmm. We're going to launch there. In a couple of weeks. Most of our launching parties are going to happen places that the Black Cowboy that made me who I am.
Okay.
And we're giving back to those people.
I like that.
And we're going to let them launch whole South Carolina.
Yeah.
And invite whoever they want to invite and go from there. But it started like they gave us a chance.
Yeah.
They opened doors for us.
I'll bring you a bottle in. I got one more.
And next thing I know, I'm this dude and I'm getting invited all over places.
I'll do it a different way.
Okay.
And then here comes this Black Vodka to go with the Black Cowboy. So this year's going to be sort of special.
Yeah, that's one of those things that fell into place. It's like,
and I was looking at this. It's where my picture is going to go.
Black
Cowboy. Y'all didn't see me when you
Black
said
Cowboy.
When you he's
going to Black Cowboy.
He's going to autograph some bottles first, and then I'm going to come out with my Black Cowboy.
Well, when you guys have an event, please invite us.
Yeah.
We'd love to come.
We are coming.
We have next July 7th at 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
At
1501
South Mint. Those guys in Charlotte. Leslie is amazing. They welcomed me with open arms. We did a tasting. I mean, I let her taste it, and she said, "Let's do an event." And so everything's in process now. Okay. And so we have July 7th, 7 o'clock at 1501 South Mint. Yeah. So we're doing that, and like I said, we are from North Carolina. We are North Carolina, and we are just everybody is.
Thank you.
We're proud. This is what we do.
Yes.
This is what we do. All of us, this is what we do. So North Carolina has a lot to offer. Everybody sees it.
Yeah.
So that's why if you look at the site, you'll see the Charlotte skyline. You'll see all these different things.
Very nice website.
Yeah, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Yeah. We were looking at it. I was like, okay. I was like, yeah.
But I thought that was you.
No.
The guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
I saw him.
It said stock images or something. Like, stop.
Honestly, see, we had no clue. And I thought you had. So we were talking. I said, haven't you met? She's like, no, we haven't met yet. I was like, oh, okay.
I've never met him.
But see, I see how you got that. But since I already knew him, I was looking at the guy like, who is that guy? We need him to be the bartender.
Right.
But that's a stock picture. I said, okay, I'm back to it then. Okay.
I made it to be nothing about me. I mean, so even
I like that though. He didn't want. It's not yours.
No, that's a friend of mine. And I said, and I know he does. We used to work for the same company. He said, I heard him do a voice. I had wrote this entire script.
I like that
for a commercial for
he's
one of
his
the
product,
right, and be in the background.
Yeah, and I said, you know why I did that? because I remember, and I'm gonna jump back to my story, but I remember arguing with a friend of mine and about cool in the game. That wasn't cool in the front. Cool was in the back, playing one of the other instruments. And I can't remember who that was. I can't think of it.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, cool was in the back. That was never, the lead singer was never cool. And my mom had told me that. And she said he doesn't need the attention. And that was it.
Yeah, I love it.
Wow.
I love it. Don't need the attention
every day.
Yeah.
And when the lead singer left to go on his own, he didn't do nothing. I'm just afraid. I remember when he left. I remember when he left.
He said he didn't do nothing.
I forgot. What was I saying? I
You
forgot
were
what I was
talking
saying.
about
Lulu.
oh my gosh.
Let's see. That's the
That's the vodka.
that's that black vodka. That black vodka.
It's okay. It's a vibe.
That BBB.
Hey.
One of my favorite sayings. I made this up myself. I forgot till I remember.
Yeah, and it's okay. So before
It's that
we
smoothness.
exit out,
Yeah.
we do a little thing at the end of our show, and we say "I am," and then you describe whatever you are. Right. So before we get to that, so just kind of ponder on that. What you're gonna leave with. Rob Belt, you're gonna take us out.
I am.
right.
So, everyone, as always, you can find us on all social media. If you have any comments or suggestions, you can contact us at broadbellspeak03@gmail.com. And again, we're in Flux Creative Studios with the engineer of the last 2 decades, Kurt, in the building. Bunch of different careers he's had, but we'll still we won't talk about the industry that he was in at one time with that name that he went by. But okay, no.
Bone chicken, wow!
I'm telling you, it's the ponytail. Look at the
Looking
ponytail.
like he looking. Exactly. He got the whole look. I love it.
And also want to thank you all for coming out. Tony and your
Yes.
friends, Black Cow, like just all of your
Nita.
the drink. So let me just
It was wonderful.
The drinks were amazing.
Yeah.
The shots.
The shot was on
The
point.
shots are the ones that will get you.
I can't stop
because
smiling.
you couldn't even taste the liquor at all. It was so good. So to have that taste, as nice as it was, in that small little, it was really good. Look, she said she wasn't gonna drink no more. But if you saw, I saw when you noticed when she poured it in
She
there.
topped it off.
I ain't gonna drink no more. I don't need it.
So, but yeah, okay.
Okay. So the way this goes, you can say, I am grateful, I am whatever. Or you could do a whole sentence. We had somebody in here that did a whole poem off of I am. But I'm gonna start it, and I am better today than I was yesterday. Okay. Then we're gonna throw the ball to the guests. And we're gonna go out with you.
I like that.
Okay.
That's fine.
Okay.
I am grateful that God has given me this new day. That's the thing. I can use it for good. I can use it for bad. But my goal is to get out something positive and not negative, for a gain and not a loss. Because I'm exchanging a day of my life for this.
Yes.
So it needs to mean something.
I like
so
that.
I am grateful.
Yeah.
Thank you, Tony.
All right.
I guess, Benita.
Let's see. I am positive energy because I
You
feel
are.
like I
Yeah.
want to make sure that whatever I have inside of me, being the good parts, to spread it out with love and peace and happiness.
I love it.
And let me just say, Benita and Black Cowboy, they came in with the energy. When I opened the door to let them in, they came in with the energy. It was straight from the start.
What we doing?
Benita came walking up like, I see you. We're coming. Like,
Like they got music, a theme song, right? Yeah,
they came in. And Black Cowboy come up almost looking up to because I'm tall. And I'm like, okay.
I love it. It's your go, Black Cowboy.
I am thankful to be here in the grace of good people, positive people, and our family is moving up, and we are who we are.
There you go.
And can I say, please, anybody that's listening or watching, you do not have to be someone's opinion of you. Don't let them dictate who you are. You are in control. You set your own path. Go for it. Y'all feel free to reach out to me anytime.
How can they do that? I'm sorry, I did not.
Info at vibeblackvodka.com.
Okay, and then give them the Instagram as well.
It's Vibe Black Vodka.
Okay.
Yeah, and the website is vibeblackvodka.com.
Okay.
You don't let somebody tell you what you can and cannot do.
Yeah, and I like it because no one can live your life but you.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yes. Only in North Carolina, people.
That's right.
Only in North Carolina. Because we're from North Carolina. The rest of the world, we're going to get to you.
There you go.
And we want to.
Yeah.
We want y'all to feel this.
Yes.
But
them other 49 states.
right now in North Carolina,
international,
you can go to the liquor store and special order.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you for
That's
saying
good to
that.
You can special order in North Carolina only, but we're coming, people.
The special order item number is 43277. So go to your ABC store and say you want Vibe Black Vodka, and it's 43277. That will expedite our process of getting in the ABC stores.
43277.
I like it.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right.
Good. Oh,
Your turn.
I would say I am always taking it each day as it comes and allowing myself to experience life.
I like it. And thank you, everyone, for watching another episode of Broad Belt Speaks. We thank you.
Yeah.
And we're out.
And we're out.
Okay.
That was good.